Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
And Chag Sameach, lovely to be with you on this Hanukkah. Surrounded. I'm taking this off. No, I'm going to take the pulpit.
Yeah, get in there.
The middle mic. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
It is lovely to be with you, surrounded by all these beautiful Chanukiot, all of which I notice are at a different stage of devolving. This is, my wife and I have a very big debate. I am very much pro trimming the wick. So this is just a little fun fact for everybody as you go to light your Chanukiot at home for the rest of the week, right? If you don't trim all the wicks at the same level, when they're too long, some of the candles burn down way too fast, and then there's like one that just kind of hangs out at the end. So always trim the wicks.
Pro tip.
You know, why not? Take the opportunity to give a PSA. I first just want to express gratitude. I do this not every weekend, but several weekends a year, get to visit different communities and pray together and share music and share teachings and share space. And it is not lost on me what kind of trust you have to place in a guest to show up and then allow them to share some stuff that's new, some stuff that feels different. It might feel good, it might feel not so good. And that you have created an environment and a space where I can come and share some words of Torah and some music. It's not lost on me that shows a lot of trust and graciousness on your part. And I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to join your community this Shabbat and this weekend. Cantor Simmons and the rabbis gave me the opportunity to speak from the bima. They know that it's the rule that once you offer the opportunity to give words of Torah, there's no take-backsies. And so there's no opportunity that, like Night at the Apollo, that I'm going to get yanked off the bima when I start off by saying something which I find to be very controversial, and yet I stand by it. I think that 90% of Hanukkah music is not very good. I think that Hanukkah music is meh. That's the technical term is meh, M-E-H, meh. It's meh. It's okay. It's not great. There are some gems. There are some gems. Cantor Simmons happened to found all the gems, which should be not surprising to anybody who knows Cantor Simmons. Hanukkah music, not very good. I'm going to double down. Christmas music, amazing. Christmas music is so good. It's so good. Which is why I was so angry and disappointed like 5-6 years ago when I found out the big secret. I know some of you know what I'm about to say. All the best Christmas music was written by Jews. Seriously, all the best Christmas music written by Jewish composers. We're talking about Johnny Marks, right? Mel Torme, Irving Berlin. You know the song Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire? So that's not actually the name of the song. The name of the song is The Christmas Song. So think about however many hundreds and hundreds of Christmas songs there are in the Christmas music canon, there's only one that is called the, capital T-H-E, the Christmas song, to stand above all other Christmas songs, written by a Jewish guy. And how disappointed I was that these Jewish composers didn't take their musical prowess and their beautiful attempts at writing chord progressions and melody and then try and write a Hanukkah song like that. Right, because there's nothing Christmas about the musicality, about the genre, right? It's American popular music from the 50s, from the 40s and 50s. It's jazz, standards, Frank Sinatra, Nat King Cole, right? And what a missed opportunity I felt that these Jewish composers, I get it, they were hired, right? Because that's how songwriting used to be, and so they were told, you're gonna write the Christmas music, because that's what sells. But how much of a boon would it have been to the Hanukkah music canon if we had some of this American holiday tradition, not in a kitschy way, not like let's make Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Jewish. Let's not rewrite the words of a Christmas song to be Jewish. But what if we took this vastly incredible, this full of depth musical tradition and wrote songs about light and miracles with traditional Hebrew text, with creative English interpretations? What would that have been like? So I said, I'm going to do that. because it needs to be done. And so you may have noticed tonight we've shared a couple pieces of my Hanukkah album. First, we shared that Hanukkah is Here, which the youth choir, by the way, y'all, amazing. You guys sound incredible. They're going to come back up later on to sing some more stuff with us. And then the rendition of Al Hanisim that we added to our Amidah section is another piece that I wrote. It was a project of mine. The project started with a song called Lights in the Window, which you may hear tomorrow night if you come and join us. And so I had those 3 songs, right? This all took place over the course of 6 to 8 months, back in like 2017, 2018, something along those lines. And I decided I needed one more song, right? Nobody releases 3 songs. They release they released a single, right? I guess back in the day they used to release 2 songs, right? It was like an A-side and a B-side on something called a record. I was born in 91. Don't look at me. I don't know about that. But nowadays, if you're going to release more than one song, typically they call it an EP, which is funny because it's not an extended play, but it's like usually 4 or 5 songs. Okay, and so I was like, I can't release 3 songs. I need at least 4 songs if I want to release this project for Hanukkah. And so I'm sitting on the floor, because I do all my best songwriting on the floor of my hotel room in Los Angeles, California in July, which is where all the best Hanukkah music gets written. Frantically searching the internet, can I come up with an original Hanukkah idea? I did the cultural stuff, right? The more secular, like, oh, there's latkes, and we're spinning dreidels, and I'm with my family, and that's amazing. And I did the more narrative, Hanukkah is Hero with my dad, right? Light one candle for this and for that, with an homage to different moments in the Hanukkah story. I had taken the traditional Al Hanisim text. I did this song in Hebrew as well. I was like, I need something new. I don't want to just do another one of the same. And I stumbled across a teaching by Rabbi David Hartman of blessed memory, of the Shalom Hartman Institute in Jerusalem, who teaches that maybe we've been getting the Hanukkah miracle, the Hanukkah nes, we've been getting it wrong the whole time. We did it wrong. Because traditionally, right, we think that there are 2 miracles of Hanukkah, right? Somebody give me the first miracle of Hanukkah. Yeah, Billy. Right, the oil, which was supposed to last how many days? It lasted how many nights? Right, and that's why we have Hanukkah. Amazing. But there's a miracle before that miracle, right? There's the miracle of our victory, of the much smaller, much less well-equipped Maccabee and Jewish people fighting for their freedom, for their right to say, I'm Jewish, I can practice Judaism in public, out and about in a safe and secure way. This is our home and this is my people, right? Against a much more intimidating Grecian army. And they won that victory. And that was a miracle. That was a nes. Rabbi David Hartman said, what if there's another miracle? And so imagine the Jewish people fighting for their religious freedom for several years. And against all odds, they win. They win that freedom. And they come back to their holiest place, to the temple in Jerusalem, and they find it totally ransacked, right? Look around at our holiest of space here for our community here in Texas, right? And they find it totally destroyed, right? There's dirt everywhere. There's statues that have been broken or toppled over. If there's tapestries, they've been ripped up, right? Just absolutely ransacked. And they said, okay. And they started to rebuild. And they righted all the statues, and they scrubbed all the floors, and they rededicated that space, right? That's what Hanukkah means, to rededicate. They rededicated that space. So after years of fighting, they spend, I don't know, months, I imagine, weeks at least, rededicating, fixing up this space. And after all of that, they go to light their ner tamid, right? The eternal light, the light that's supposed to always be on forever. And what do they find? There's not enough oil to light that lamp. Rabbi David Hartman says, what if the true miracle of Hanukkah is that in that moment, after everything that they had been through, the Jewish people didn't go, we did enough. We'll pack it in. We fought. We made it all nice and in tip-top shape. It's enough. We don't have enough oil. It's fine. Forget about it. We'll send somebody out to get more oil. They'll come back. We'll light it then. We'll do it later. But they didn't do that. What if the miracle of Hanukkah is that in the face of continuous adversity, at the end of their rope and their endurance, knowing that the light they wanted to put into the world would be insufficient on its own, that the Jewish people had the courage and the fortitude to light it anyways, knowing it wasn't going to be enough, knowing it wasn't going to end all the darkness. They said, this is our light. This is our light that we put into the world. And we won't stop here. We know it's not enough, but it's something. It's a piece. It's a step in the right direction. And the courage to light that lamp anyways in that moment, that might be the true miracle of Hanukkah. And I'm sitting on the floor of a hotel room in Los Angeles, California in July being like, that's a song. That's a song right there, if I ever heard one. And this song poured out of me in honestly like 20, 25 minutes, which does not always happen. In fact, very rarely happens. And it became the title track of the album. And as of 24 hours ago, became the first of my songs ever to be featured on an official Spotify playlist, which is pretty cool. This song made it onto the official Spotify curated Hanukkah playlist. So if any of you played that last night when you were lighting candles or anything like that, you may have heard one of my songs, which is really cool for me. Maybe for you too, definitely for my mom. And so I want to share this with you, keeping very much in mind how dark the world has been feeling over the last several weeks because of current events, because of global events, and also just because the world is darker at this time of year. The sun rises later and it sets earlier. And I think that it's so important when we get to Hanukkah in the calendar to remember that part of this story is remembering to put your light into the darkness, knowing it's not going to fix everything, right? It's not a magic candle that's like, surprise, it's light forever now. But it starts. And so here's what we're going to do. You've been doing beautiful singing, and so I'm going to push you to do a little bit more of that. Do me a favor, sit up straight. Feet on the ground. If they reach. If they don't reach, you just give them a little wiggle. I know we have some young ones here. A little wiggle so I know the blood is flowing. Deep breath in and slowly out. Lovely. Your part's going to go like this. It's going to be the chorus, okay? Can we go 2 slides forward? Whoever is in charge of the slides. I didn't have to pay extra for that. Thank you. Listen. Light up, light up, light up the night. Will you try that with me, please? Light up, light up, light up the night. And I know it sits a little high. I wrote it that way on purpose. Because if you want to hit the notes and you don't want to go flat, you have to breathe deep and sing it with kavanah, with intention, with meaning, like you are actually putting some effort into lighting up the world around you. Listen. Light up, light up, light up the night. It goes down at the end, try that. Light up, light up, light up the night. Beautiful. Listen. 8 days of candles. Do that. 8 days of candles burning bright. You sound very good. You don't sound as great as the youth choir in the front couple of rows. They sound better than you, but you still sound pretty good, okay? Light up, light up, light up the night. Try that. Light up, light up, light up the night. And if you're like, Spike, that wasn't enough time for me to actually nail it down, we're going to sing 3 times. If you sing some combination of notes on the words light up, you got like a 90% chance of really nailing it, okay? All right, let's go back 2 slides and this song, which I offer you as words of Torah tonight. It's called Light Up the Night. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nes gadol haya sham. Nes gadol haya sham. Well, I believe in the power of a little bit of light. And I believe the smallest among us can win the fight. I'm not afraid to show my faith still glows, and so everyone will know I put these lights inside my window. Light up, light up, light up the night. Light up, light up, light up the night. 8 days of candles burning bright. Light up, light up, light up the night. The story goes, the Jewish people had to take a chance. The oil glowed. They lit one, I know, and if it would last. They took a leap of faith with those dreams to chase. And so, although they could not know, that little light began to glow and light up, light up, light up the night. Light up, light up, light up the night. 8 days of candles burning bright. Light up, light up, light up the night. Now it's up to you, and I believe in you. It's true, I do, I truly do. So tell me truly, do you want to light up, light up, light up the night? Light up, light up, light up the night. 8 days of candles burning bright. Light up, light up, light up the night. I believe in the power of a little bit of light. Shabbat Shalom and Chag Sameach.